welcome to another Vlogmas episode. So for today's Vlogmas, I had the very, maybe not so smart idea that I want to try and make Cinnabons. Right? That's what you call it, right? Cinnabons. Yeah. So apparently the recipe that we got is like a dupe for the Cinnabons.
Oh, okay.
You know
so the ones
place?
that you can buy.
Yes, at the, what is that place called? Cinnabons.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, that place. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna jump in, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot to say.
Yeah.
We are going to just attempt this, and fingers crossed it comes out edible.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I'm just gonna run through the ingredients quickly, and then we're gonna start.
Perfect.
Right? And I'm just gonna work with my phone in terms of the recipe because it's quite like a long recipe.
Yeah.
A lot of
there's
steps
a
to
few
follow.
steps. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, cool. So first, you need flour, white sugar that you need, as well as brown sugar, some icing sugar, and then some instant yeast that we need, normal salt, cinnamon, vanilla essence. I think they said you can also use maple extract.
I think that'll give it a different flavor.
Yeah. 2 large eggs, some cream cheese, this is
pouring cream.
Pouring cream. So they say heavy cream. We bought pouring cream, some butter, and then we just have like this kind of size baking dish.
To put them all in individually.
Yeah, I don't know what the size of this is, but I will link the recipe that we're gonna use in the description box, and then you can check it out yourself. So yeah, I think we're just gonna get started.
Yeah.
Okay, firstly we need to pour the warm milk into a cup and then put the yeast in the warm milk.
Great.
And then we'll add the eggs, butter, salt and sugar. So I have this like measuring jar, and I'm using some low fat milk. Okay, so I'm going to put 2.5 teaspoons of this instant yeast into my milk. 1, 2.5. 2.5, which is not the whole packet. This is like 3 teaspoons. You need to add the eggs, the 2 eggs, the butter, salt and the sugar. So there's eggs now in here, and the yeast and the milk. Half a cup of granulated sugar. Just half a cup. I think I have my half a cup of white sugar. Okay, so in my white bowl I'm going to add 4 cups of flour, and then I'm going to add this wet mixture. Okay, so now I'm going to add 4 cups of my flour into a bowl, and then I'll add the wet mixture to it. Taking this one. Okay.
Do you want to sift it?
It says you shouldn't sift it.
Oh, okay.
So in the beginning they say you need 4.5 cups of flour. This one, this is so that you keep a half a cup should you need more.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you only use 4 now. I'm going to add this melted butter, but it's not hot. They kind of specify that it shouldn't be hot. So I'm just going to add, it looks funny, and my flour. So now it kind of says that you barely need to combine it, just like quickly, and then let it sit for 5 minutes so that the flour can absorb the liquids. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. I'm just going to leave it like this, just for 5 minutes, so that, like they say, the flour needs to absorb the liquids. So the next step would be, you're supposed to beat the dough with those, what do they call it? A beater blade? I don't have a beater blade, I have no blade. So this is the beater blade today, my hands. So we're going to add the half of cup of flour that we have left to this mixture, and then I'm going to knead it for 5 to 7 minutes. I'm just going to quote here. They say the dough should be tacky and will still be sticking to the sides of the bowl, and that's okay. Don't be tempted to add more flour. Okay. So you need to hold this and while, or do you want to knead it?
No. I'll keep throwing in there. I explicitly said I'm not kneading or kneading.
Okay, hang on. Can you set Alexa for a timer, please? For 7 minutes.
Alexa, set the timer for 7 minutes.
Alexa's just setting the timer. Okay, I'm done beating for 7 minutes. Alexa just made a noise. Okay, so we're gonna grease this, what is it?
Baking dish.
Baking dish that I showed you earlier. And we're going to put my very lovely bowl of dough in there, cover it just with a towel, and then put it in the oven to rise. So earlier this morning I turned the oven on, very low heat, just kind of to warm it up, and then I turned it off again. So it's just nice and toasty in there without like it actually cooking the thing. So I'm going to put it in there, and they say here, they say normally it takes 30 minutes, but they also said you shouldn't let it rise too much, otherwise your cinnabons are too airy. Just remember, cinnabons are dense. So anyway, so that's what we are going to do now, and then we'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, so now, while that business is in the oven, it's not been 30 minutes yet, but so long, we're going to prepare the cinnamon filling. So that's the inside of the cinnabons. So in a medium bowl, we use these glass bowls, combine soft butter, again not hot, just soft butter, brown sugar, cinnamon, I think that's it. Yeah, you're going to like spread that onto the dough once you roll it out, and then you're going to roll it, but we'll show you, and don't stress. The beating of that dough was the hardest part, I would say. And if you, and you most probably have a beater, like some Kenwood or K-Mix or KitchenAid or Smeg thing, so you'll be fine. I don't have those things. Let's do the cinnamon filling. I have, let me entertain you in the interim. I have some nice fuzzy socks on. Why can't I lift my leg? There we go. I have on 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Okay, so I have my melted butter, my cinnamon, my sugar, and then, so I'm just mixing this all together. I will beat it now, not with my hands, but with just a hand mixer thing. But it's just like, basically like, yeah, just like a cinnamon sugar mixture. Okay, so now my mixture or my dough, whatever, has risen, and it looks pretty good. So now, after that, we're going to roll it out onto the counter in a little bit of flour, and then we'll spread the cinnamon filling over it, roll it back up, cut it, and put it into the dish to go into the oven. Okay, so I didn't fill up the whole baking dish, almost. I also then ended up putting like the offcuts in here, because what else I'm going to do with it. But they'll expand in any way in the oven. But they look pretty good. I think we could have maybe even used a smaller tray. So yeah, let's let it rise for 20 minutes and then put it into the oven. Okay, so I'm going to use 3/4 of this 230 gram cream cheese. Okay, we've added the butter now. This butter is already soft because we took it out of the fridge earlier. So we have the butter, and then what else does it require? 2 cups of powdered sugar, aka icing sugar. So I'll put the 2 cups of that in, and then half a tablespoon of maple or vanilla extract.
At last.
Like a long time.
It isn't that long, but it takes a while.
Takes a while. So obviously you can see that it came out really nicely. And from that, it kind of, I mean, we could have put less in.
Yeah, and it would have filled. They really expand a lot.
Because I thought, okay, cool, there's some gaps. You know, it's going to look funny, but now it's like kind of like they needed more space actually.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to put that much in, or you can just use a larger baking dish than we did.
I mean, you'll see we have like quite a few Cinnabons, so you could even half the recipe probably.
So there you go. How tasty does that look? Okay?
Yeah.
That looks really, really tasty. I mean, nothing of mine ever works out. So this looks like...
It's quite hot still.
Like proper. Are we gonna try?
I think we should get one out.
Okay. So just remember to put the icing on when it's like lukewarmish, because then the icing can melt
into it. Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm just pulling out. It looks like the real deal.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's so nice and look at that, fluffy.
Yeah.
On the inside. Oh wow. So I mean, come on, give me the verdict here. Is this a dupe for the Cinnabons?
I don't know if it's a dupe, but it's really good. What is a dupe? Is that when it's better?
It's duplication. It's the same thing.
Duplication. Yes, it is as good as the Cinnabons.
If not better.
If not better, because you can put more sauce on. Or more icing.
Yeah, but look at that fluffiness and that like icing and the cinnamon that we spread on the Cinnabons, really on the pastry. Really like...
Yeah, it went nice and caramel in the oven.
But what I can tell you is, you don't need a fancy mixer and thingy, because I did it with my hands and I mean, came out pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed. I want to now just be happy because usually my stuff always comes out like very average. But this, like...
We've been having quite a good run here during the Vlogmas when it comes to baking stuff. Yeah,
which usually isn't the case. But we thought it's Vlogmas, it's Christmas, Cinnabon-y kind of vibes. That's why. But I will definitely link this recipe in the description box because I'm sure you're going to want to make this. You should. It's tasty. It's so tasty, and this is a lot. Yeah,
you could easily half the recipe and
easy half their recipe.
And it would still be good for 4 or 5 people.
Because it expands so much. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this Vlogmas. This is fantastic. We're gonna go and feast now on Cinnabon. Cheers!
To the next one.
Yes. Bye!
Bye!